Hello and welcome to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to be talking about repeat after me, your child's first words. So the big question is this: how are parents like us, who don't have a manual, who are doing the best we can, who feel as though we aren't enough, how are we going to raise healthy, happy children who we are proud of and still keep our sanity in that process? That's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Ryan Roy, and welcome to I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, a podcast for parents who are being real with themselves. Hey, welcome back to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to be talking about early speech and your children repeating after you. Number one, the reason I am thinking about this is because my 19-month-old went from a vocabulary of 10 words to about 50 words in less than a week, as he's just really starting to grow his confidence in the words that he is using. And it's really awesome to watch just the little mind work and the being proud of being able to express himself that way, and just being able to encourage that at this age is just really cool. At 19 months old, over at the school that he's at, we're starting to potty train. We're taking away his pacifier. If I refer to it as a bobo, we call it a bobo in the house. Which is one of his new words, right? He hadn't really used it. I would say bobo. So it's repeat after me. Now, another reason I want to share it is because if you don't already have your copy of the book, Be the Dad You Wish You Had, please go to BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com and download your very own PDF version. And if you would like a hard copy and you would like it signed, if you pay the shipping and handling, I will get that out to you as soon as possible. Again, BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com. And in chapter 31, I talk about this very same thing. See, I wrote this book a couple of years ago, just released it just last year. And as I wrote it, with the things that I did with my older son in mind, and the things that I know that worked for me, I find myself referencing my own book on the second child early and often. And I'm so glad that I was able to document. If none of you ever were to read the book, I will let you know that it is invaluable to me in my own parenting journey. As sometimes we forget the things we did. Sometimes we just feel as though, hey, I did it once, I'll do it again. But the first time, because it was the only one, it got extra special dedication, and read a lot at the time. And he was the only priority. He was the only child priority. So, I remember just reading a great deal and researching a great deal. And I believe, because of schedules and soccer schedules and school schedules and work schedules, a lot of us the second time around, and myself included, just don't put that much energy because we don't have that much energy or time to do so. So back to repeat after me, chapter 31. He gave me a book the other day, and books with him at this point, probably for the last 3 or 4 months, is the norm for him to at one point go to his little bookshelf, which is at his level, grab a few books, flip through them, read them on his own, or just look at pictures, and then at some point he'll get up and walk over to me and basically read this book, get on my lap, and we start reading. So I always say, can you say baby if there's a picture of a baby? Can you say chin? Can you say nose? And oftentimes he doesn't. So I do want him to know that he's identifying these things. So the next question is, where is the kid's chin? Where is the nose? Where are his eyes? Where's his elbow? Where's your nose? Where's your eyes? Where's your head? And obviously he points these things out. But something pretty awesome happened the other day. And just for the sake of you know, just understanding. He has picture books that have probably 12 or 13 pictures and words on each page. And as we were going through it, I picked the easier words for him to say. So we'd say about 5 or 6 on each page, and he said every single one of them to the best of his ability. Now, why do I say it that way? Because he said it to the best of his ability, and he tried really hard. And another chapter in the book, don't know off the top of my head which chapter, there's 40 mini chapters in this book, Be the Dad You Wish You Had. I always say, you gotta praise the behavior you desire. So even though he doesn't say the word 100% the way it's supposed to be said, he's giving the effort at 100% of his ability in this moment. So we applaud. Yay, you just said elephant. And he said elpint, right? He didn't say elephant, he said elpint. And he said it with a smile, and he did it the best he could. And I acknowledged that behavior. And then the next one, he says, can you say book? There's a picture of a book. And a book? Wow, you just said book, buddy. That is so awesome. Can you say one? And this is the cool one. He said one. He says one. Can you say two? Two? He says it exaggerated like that. Can you say three? T? Yeah, you said three. Even though he said T. And I think oftentimes it's our natural tendency when someone tries to do something to their best ability, even though we mean well, we demean them. If I would have said, no, it's not T, it's three, like, he'd probably look at me like I just said that. Like, to the best of his ability, that's what he heard. So the idea is to repeat the word the correct way and encourage him for saying it the way that he was able to say it in that moment. But to watch this journey of him go to, literally he was saying baby, ball, Bobo, mommy, daddy, food, eat. If you saw him, you know, you'd understand. A little boy likes to eat. He had a handful of key words that he would say: cat, kitty, dog. But now it went from those 10 core words. Car is his favorite word. How could I forget car? It went from those key words all the way to well over 50 new words while looking through this book. And were they perfect? Nope. Were they perfect to daddy? Absolutely. It's just so much fun to watch them grow and learn and being present with them. So now, right, repeat after me. I think one of the other things that I've read in the past is, you know, we expect these kids just to pick these things up. We need to read to them often. We need to practice words that are at their level. We need to practice words that are not at their level. We need to constantly repeat. So now we go outside and can you hear the airplane? Plane. He said plane last night. We're on the back porch and he heard a plane. We didn't even hear it. He's like, plane? And he's pointing up to the sky. And we have tree coverage and we didn't see it. And we're like, what is he saying? And he's like, plane. And I was like, a plane? Yeah, I hear the plane too. Then a car went by and he's like, car. And I said, now we're hearing sounds, not seeing things, but he recognizes the sounds. And we lived near a train and he saw a train and he's like, choo choo. And I was like, what else do you hear? And I said, do you hear the birds? And he's like, birds. And I hadn't heard him say birds before. So he's trying all these new things, but it's our job as parents to, one, encourage it, and two, to encourage it often. And that's where they learn, you know, and no knock on anybody else. We don't know what we don't know. I often hear kids 10, 11, 12 years old, and I'm not even joking, exaggerating at those ages, where they don't pronounce words. They don't hear it. Maybe They haven't heard enough. They haven't been exposed to enough. They haven't been asked to speak enough. And because they haven't been asked to speak, people aren't asking them questions where they can answer. They haven't developed that tongue. They haven't developed that muscle. And you be saying, it doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense. If someone always says, there's the plane, oh, there's the bird, and never says, what is that? And they get to respond, bird. If you're always pointing out and giving the answers, they don't have an opportunity to grow themselves. So repeat after me. Ask them to repeat after you, and you'll be shocked at how many words they know. Because as I went through the book, which we go through these books often, the other day was the day where he grew the confidence to repeat all of the words, and it was pretty awesome. So we'll talk to you in the next episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting.
Do you want to be the dad you wish you had? If so, go get my free book, Be the Dad You Wish You Had, at BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com. Inside, you'll find my most effective 40 tips to quickly and easily transform yourself into the ideal dad. Go to BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com now and get it while it's free.